Olá e bem-vindos ao canal. Vamos continuar então com o Lone Echo e vamos ver o que é que acontece hoje.
The most direct route to the drive bay is via a service tunnel just beyond these doors.
How do we get them open?
I'll need direct access to the local systems. There should be a control station just on the other side of that nearby airlock.
Right, let's go.
Perhaps those of us with reboot abilities should proceed first.
By all means. Lead on.
Ok, bem-vindos outra vez ao Lone Echo 2. Cá estamos para mais um episódio.
How does this area still have power?
There are multiple redundancies in place to protect the engineering deck from power failure, even in the event of catastrophic structural damage. As you can see,
Good news for us.
not entirely. If the local power grid is still active, that means the biomass is as well.
Couldn't let me have just one bright spot, could you?
The control station is just up ahead. No sign of any significant biomass activity.
How long do you suppose that'll last?
Based on previous experience, probably not as long as we'd prefer.
Are those the door controls?
Affirmative. They must have suffered some form of mechanical failure.
Yeah, I think so, do you?
Try the emergency release. You'll have to cut your way in.
Copy.
Jack, please pull the manual release to unseal the door. Locking mechanisms released.
Doors open.
Area clear. No biomass presence. This is it. Jack, I'll need your help to overwrite the local protocols. There's an AI core installed in the upper terminal. Remove it and place it in the override slot.
Copy that.
Your new data scanner should still be compatible with the Astrea's technology.
Core secured.
Data port open.
Commencing upload.
Overwrite complete. Once you return the core to the upper terminal, I should have full access to all local systems.
Então, ver.
Core locked in.
Access achieved. I have local control. Now all I need is the captain's authorization.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the doors?
Authorization accepted. Disabling security measures. Doors opening. Stand by. I'm moving the rig inside.
Right, come on, Jack. Let's get back out to the transport and...
Captain,
What is it?
I'm reading movement.
Shit.
Multiple biomass signatures closing on the transport. NAVCOM is failing. I can't pilot the transport with those ticks draining its systems.
I can clear them off. Stand by.
Use the secondary airlock beyond the control station. It's your quickest route to the transport.
Got it. We're on our way.
Negative, Captain. You will need to remain inside. The transport is too far out. you would die in seconds.
Right. Flesh melting radiation.
If you die, our mission fails.
Your concern for my well-being is extremely touching. Thanks.
You're welcome. Airlock controls should already be active. Cycling airlock. Stand by.
Might want to ready that counterpulse gadget of yours, Jack.
Affirmative. I'll signal you when it's all clear.
I'm gonna just back up a bit here. Good luck.
I count 3 tick forms on the transport jack. You'll need to neutralize all of them in order for me to regain control.
Acknowledged. That should be all of them. Apollo, can you confirm?
Confirmed. Transport power flow nominal. I've regained operational control.
Make sure you pull up nice and close. I prefer my insides remain unliquefied.
Not to worry, Captain. You'll be well within the dampener's radius. There. That should be more than sufficient for the captain to safely board.
Liv, you are clear to exit.
Copy that. I'm on. Let's go.
Engaging primary thrusters. Be advised. Adjusting course. Course replotted. Brace for thruster reignition. Jack, I suggest keeping your counterpulse emitter armed. The biomass is likely to be much more prevalent as we move further inward.
Understood.
Just how bad is this going to get?
The primary drive bay is one of the most energy-intensive areas on the entire ship. We should expect the biomass infestation to be proportionally dense.
You know, you could just say it's going to get really bad.
I thought that was what I said.
We appear to have another sealed door ahead.
Affirmative.
You have a plan for getting it open? That'll do.
Yes. My newfound control of the local systems is more extensive than I anticipated.
Certainly a welcome change of pace.
Though rather short-lived, I'm afraid. I expect the door to the primary drive bay will require a bit more effort to open.
Well, I wouldn't want us to get through it.
Proximity alert.
Jack, look out!
Firing braking thrusters.
That's the last of them. Apollo.
Affirmative.
Nicely done. I don't think a single tick made it to the transport.
Most fortunately for you, Captain. Though the ticks do appear to be more interested in the transport than you or Jack. Preparing to resume course. Please hold on.
We're on. Let's go.
Acknowledged. Resuming course. We should be coming up on the drive bay shortly.
Popcorn? Popcorn, you read? Coming up on the drive bay. How are things looking your end? Can you find me a way to talk to the Ithaca? There's got to be something in that mess we can cobble together. Keep looking. I don't need much. Just enough to get a signal out. Could be
The drive bay is just up ahead. Tracking movement ahead. More ticks inbound.
They just keep coming.
Shields at 100%. Shields at 50%.
Oh. Enervei-me demais. Fui para. Excuse me, Captain Roach. I have to blast this. Blast this. Blast this. Where's the other tick? Come on. There you are. Kill more ticks. Oh.
I think that's the last of them.
Okay.
Approaching destination. Reducing speed. The primary drive bay is just beyond these doors.
All right, let's get them open.
There's an airlock nearby that will take you to the control station.
I see it.
I'll proceed first.
Right behind you.
Ok. Estamos aqui, acho que estamos bem. Eu acho que sei o que é que tenho que fazer.
Popcorn. Popcorn, do you read? He's not responding.
Radiological interference from the Estrella is disrupting our local comms. We should be able to re-establish contact once we're clear of the wreckage.
Those escape pods,
That's correct.
do they still work?
Surprisingly, yes. The pods are still registering as functional.
You're thinking we could use them to evacuate once we finish the catalyst.
Well, that is what they're here for. And anything's better than having to backtrack through that mess of tunnels.
Very well. Once we've finished installing the catalyst, we'll use the escape pods to get clear of the wreckage. For now, let's proceed to the control station. Biomass from the drive bay has spread to the door controls.
What about the emergency release?
There is considerable buildup around the panel, but it looks to still be accessible.
I'll take a look.
You could use your counterpulse emitter to nullify any threat from the biomass. Jack, could we get a closer look at the emergency release?
The infestation is fairly severe, but I think I can still reach the panel. Got it. Opening door.
Through here.
As before, our first step is to rewrite the local protocols. The procedure is identical to the one we performed earlier.
Where's the AI core? It's not in the terminal.
One of the engineers must have removed it during the initial outbreak and attempted to seal the drive bay. It's likely the core is still close by. We should search the adjoining rooms. Expect considerable biomass presence.
You go, I'll keep an eye on the transport.
I won't be long.
Okay. Okay.
Jack, the core is in the adjoining corridor.
Ok, como é que eu chego lá? Isto continua a ser vidro. Não tenho release mechanism. A chain corridor.
At the far end of the corridor. The core appears to be intact. We just have to reach it.
Got it. Liv, I have the core. I'm heading back to you.
Copy that. See you shortly.
Placed. Rookie.
Nicely done. We're sure the core's in good shape, Colin?
We'll know for certain once Jack places it in the override slot.
Core in place.
Data port is open.
Ora, deita.
Commencing data transfer.
Okay.
Override successful.
Copy. Returning core to upper terminal. Core locked in.
Protocol remapping successful. Local access granted. I can now open the drive bay. On your authorization, Captain.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the drive bay.
Authorization accepted. Security measures lifted.
Remarkable. The biomass has all but overtaken the chamber.
It's overriding the existing environment, building a new ecosystem. The infestation is worse than I anticipated.
This is what happens to Earth.
More accurately, what will happen if we fail to accomplish our mission.
All right. We've got a job to do. So, let's get to it.
Captain, I'm afraid given the state of the drive bay, I cannot allow you to accompany us inside.
What? No. I'm staying. I'm with you.
As much as I would welcome your assistance, I don't think that is an option.
Jack is right, Captain. If these new readings are any indication, the drive bay is far too dangerous an environment for a human being. The odds of your survival are close to zero. That is not an exaggeration.
Right. Well, I suppose as far as arguments go, that's not the worst. Okay, new plan.
Okay.
I'm going to track down Popcorn, see if we can work out a way to make contact with the Ithaca. The escape pods are good to go, follow?
Affirmative. I've already plotted the coordinates. Simply climb inside and seal the canopy.
Good. Keep this comm channel open. I don't care if the signal gets spotty. I want constant communication.
Understood.
Come on, let's get you back to the airlock. Right. I'm off to go and be shot into space at what I'm sure is a totally safe velocity.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, you better head. Bloody right. Jack? Good luck.
You too, Olivia.
Be sure to come back in one piece, yeah?
I assume that's an order.
Bloody well right it is.
Transport is ready to depart. I will do my utmost to navigate a safe route through the drive bay.
All right, I'm on board.
Brace for acceleration.
Liv, Apollo and I are making our way into the drive bay.
Copy that. I'm closing up the escape pod.
Acknowledged. Safe travels.
Yeah, to both of us. Shields at 95%.
Jack, come in. I'm clear of the Estrella wreckage.
Are you all right?
Ride was a touch shaky, but I'll manage. Still no sign of Popcorn. Nothing on comms either. At this point, all I can do is focus on finding a way to contact the Ithaca and just hope he turns up.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Right then, I'll keep you posted.
Onde estás? Estás aqui. Anda cá. Ok. Isto é monstruoso. Anda.
Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%.
Oh não. Ok.
Jack, we may have a problem.
What is it?
Power to the drive exchange conduit appears to have been cut off. The conduit must be fully powered if we are to sufficiently amplify the counterpulse blast wave.
What are our options?
Our best course of action is to try and reroute power from another system.
Then let's do it.
There's a junction nearby that should still be functional. Adjusting course. Hold on.
Liv, we've run into a power flow issue. We have to briefly divert course.
Do what you have to do, but do it fast. The Ithaca fleet's getting close. I make out at least 3 more ships in the distance.
How close are we to making contact?
Still working on it. There's just not that much to work with. If I could maybe find one of our old geosensors, I could put its
Liv.
might be enough to get a signal out.
Liv, you're breaking up. Liv,
Interference from the Estrella is disrupting the signal.
is there any way to get her back?
I'm afraid there's not much I can do. However, the captain is actively working on boosting the comm signal to reach the Ithaca. If she succeeds, it's possible we'll be able to re-establish contact.
Understood.
Ok.
This is it. These junction controls should allow you to divert power to the exchange conduit.
Understood. Stand by.
Power flow takes inbound.
Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%.
That's it. We're clear for now.
Let's get back to rerouting the power. Returning to junction.
Onde é que eu estava?
Power rerouted. The exchange conduit is operating at maximum capacity. Well done. Return to the transport and we'll proceed onward.
A ver se eu consigo continuar a proteger o transporte.
Ticks on approach.
Meus escudos não estão muito bons. Onde é que estão os ticks que ele está a falar? É aqui.
Jack, do you copy?
Liv, say again.
There's too much interference. I keep losing your signal.
Liv, can you hear me? Olivia.
Jack, I'm losing you.
Liv, are you there? Olivia.
It's no use, Jack. She's not receiving us. Incoming multiple ticks.
Certa, mais uma. Boa. Mais uma ali. Mais uma.
Ticks inbound.
Onde? Ali.
Jack, I don't know if you can hear me.
Liv, I read you.
If there's any chance you can still hear this, I'm going to keep working on the comms, but if I can't...
Liv.
Jack, we need to focus. We're closing in on the exchange conduit.
Vamos lá.
We've arrived. We'll need to connect the catalyst to one of the conduit's fuel cell housings.
Ali.
This will allow the device to trigger a cascading reaction that will amplify the blast radius enough to eliminate all the biomass in this sector.
Does it matter which housing we use?
We should start by identifying which housings are still operational. Look for any housings with a working data port and call them out.
Got it. Rampant infestation. Housing appears inoperable.
A valid assessment.
This housing is far too infested. There's nothing we can do here.
Yes, I'd have to agree.
What about housing B3?
Negative. There's too much biomass clogging the mechanism.
Alright, let's move on.
I'll circle the conduit so we can inspect the remaining housings.
Já ia chegar e ir sem mim, não? Ok.
I think we can safely rule out this housing as well.
I concur.
Excessive biomass presence.
Valid assessment. Housing is no longer functional.
Housing D4 might still be salvageable.
Biomass presence is moderate, but still enough to be a problem.
Housing C1 still appears functional.
Unfortunately, biomass presence around the couplings is too severe.
Copy. Let's keep looking.
Resuming flight path.
What about this housing? E3.
I'm afraid not. The infection appears to have penetrated the outer casing. The internal components are likely teeming with biomass.
The housing's data port is defective. Nothing to be done here.
Agreed. We seem to be running out of options.
There are still housings left to inspect. Let's keep looking. Negative on this housing.
Agreed.
Significant biomass presence. Housing is unusable.
I agree. Continuing orbit.
The housing looks clear, but the data port is unsalvageable.
Unfortunate. The housing might have otherwise been a suitable candidate.
Este acho que tá bom.
There, housing G4. That looks to be our best option.
Data port is functional. No visible infestation. I agree. That housing does appear to be our most optimal solution. Well spotted. All other housings appear either offline or infected. I believe this is our only chance.
Can you bring us within dampener range?
Affirmative. Maneuvering thrusters engaged.
Jack? Signal.
Live.
Her signal's only getting worse.
Ok, vamos lá ver se nós conseguimos ligar isto. Acho que não há tics por aqui por perto.
You'll need to scan the data port to activate the fuel housing.
Housing open.
Now, use the release controls to eject the old cell. Remember, both controls must be operated simultaneously.
Copy.
Onde é que estão os release control? Está aqui um. Viras para o outro, está o outro. Vamos lá? Espero que sim.
Both controls must be operated in tandem. Advise using your projector.
Ora, não é isto. É isto.
Fuel cell removed.
Stand by while I align the transport to the housing. Please keep clear. Catalyst in place. Now use the same controls as before to secure the device.
Apollo, what's happening?
The power plant's anode coupling failed to engage. Without a proper connection to the conduit, we won't be able to trigger the reaction we need to detonate.
Can the coupling be repaired?
Unknown. We'll need to get a closer look.
Copy. Moving to inspect. There is a small pocket of biomass here.
That is disconcerting. We should nullify that infestation immediately.
Understood. Infection neutralized.
We should probably clear the remains. The nodule is small enough that you should be able to burn it away with your cutter.
Vamos lá experimentar isso.
Biomass removed. What about now, Apollo? Can you engage the coupling?
Negative. The damage is too extensive. With the coupling disabled, we have no way to bridge the connection.
Then we find a new solution. We have to. The Ithaca's almost here. What if I use my shell to complete the connection? If I hold both the anode and the coupling, the current should pass straight through.
Yes, but once the circuit goes live, the resulting energy surge would destroy your shell.
Then I'll simply reboot.
At this range, the counterpulse wave will undoubtedly disable the transport's fabricator. You would be unable to reboot.
Are there any alternatives?
We could try using the fabricator to construct something to bridge the gap. Though without access to the full archive of schematics, our options are exceedingly limited. Give me a moment to locate and print the most tenable option.
Manual extrication of the coupling does not appear possible.
Fabrication complete. The component is ready. Try positioning it such that it makes contact with both the anode and the coupling. Energizing. It's no use, Jack. We can't establish a stable connection. The component simply doesn't fit.
Are there any other components we can try?
Nothing in the fabricator's local memory. I recommend we consider other solutions.
Apollo, I need you to print another component.
Stand by. Initializing fabrication. Complete. I must admit, however, I have doubts about this attempt being any more viable. I'm afraid your cutter won't be of much use.
There's no other option. I have to bridge the connection myself.
I am sorry to say it, but I must concur.
What do I need to do?
Stand by while I prep the catalyst for diffusion. Jack, would you like to try contacting Captain Rhodes again?
If it's at all possible, yes. I should say goodbye.
I will boost the signal as best I can.
Liv? Liv, do you copy?
Jack! Jack, are you there?
I'm here. I read you, Liv.
Jack! Thank God. I thought I'd lost you.
Liv, there's a problem.
What do you mean? What sort of problem?
There's a malfunction. I'll have to use my own shell to complete the connection and detonate the device.
What? Jack, no! You can't! The EM surge will fry the fabricator. I won't be able to reboot.
I understand.
You could die. Jack, wait. Just hold on. Let me see if I can find another way for you to reboot. One of your old activation pods. Something.
Liv, it's all right. I know what I'm doing.
No! God damn it, Jack! Listen to me! You are not doing this!
This is the only scenario that can reasonably ensure your safety.
Jack! No!
And your safety, Captain, is my primary concern.
Jack! Please!
Circuit is now going live.
Understood.
No! No! Wait! Don't! There's still time! I can fix this! Jack! I can't let you do it, Jack!
Jack,
Goodbye, Olivia.
Jack!
Calma. Calma.
Captain Rhodes. Captain Rhodes. It is the Echo unit.
What? Peraí. Ah, pois. What? Popcorn. Hello.
Easy, Popcorn. I'm going as fast as I can.
Hey.
Jack? Oh my god. Jack!
Hello.
Jack, It's really you.
Hey, yep.
Morning, sunshine.
Everything's gonna be alright, Jack.
Captain Rhodes. Captain Rhodes, this is Ithaca Actual. Do you have the Echo unit?
Say again, Ithaca?
I said, do you have him?
That's affirmative, Ithaca. I have him.
Copy that. Stand by for rescue.
Come on, Jack. It's okay. I've got you.
Ah, muito fixe. Muito fixe. Ok, pessoal, este foi o fim do Lone Echo. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Foi mais um jogo fenomenal. Este jogo, quer o 1, quer o 2, são jogos fenomenais, são fora de liga. Se vocês têm um quest, não percam estas experiências. Quer a uma, quer outra, eu recomendo. O Lone Echo 2 é um jogo maior, mas quer um, quer outro, são absolutamente espetaculares. Por outro lado, o que é que eu queria aproveitar para falar com vocês? Este é o último episódio do Lone Echo, como é óbvio, como vocês puderam ver, e nós não vamos começar já outra série de VR. Este foi uma série que eu fiz um bocado, basicamente, semana para semana, e eu queria, como tenho feito nas outras séries, de ganhar algum buffer, algum espaço em que eu pudesse gravar vários episódios, ou até o jogo todo, e depois estar a transmitir, porque é isso, nesta altura, estamos numa altura de férias, em que nem sempre é possível gravar, e isto estressa muito o facto de eu saber que tenho que obrigatoriamente gravar porque não tenho episódio para o próximo sábado. Ou seja, o que é que nós vamos fazer? Está prestes a começar outra série à semana, portanto vamos ter uma série a segunda, quarta e quinta, já agora não percam. E entretanto eu vou gravar a nova série VR que vai entrar no sábado, e depois eventualmente ela vai entrar, mas não vai entrar já. Neste momento só vamos ter estas séries, e eventualmente vai começar uma quarta série ao domingo, mas só quando o VR, o próximo jogo VR estiver gravado ou tiver vários episódios que me dê um buffer confortável, é que volta a entrar a próxima série VR. De qualquer maneira, espero que vocês tenham gostado desta. Mais uma vez, fica aqui a minha recomendação, não percam, e de resto, não se esqueçam de deixar ficar o like, de subscrever. Fiquem bem, até à próxima. DragonWolf.